Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's live SEO Q&A session that we do every Wednesday at the same time, sponsored by the news guy who is above and below. The link is below there if you want to check out the news guy's digital PR services. Well worth using and definitely something you should check out. But we are here to answer any of your questions, whatever digital marketing related topic you want to discuss or get a second opinion on, just throw out there. Feel free to do it in the chat. And we will quickly or go as quickly as we possibly can and answer them all one at a time. So do put them in the chat because we need thick and fast questions to make sure that we don't get bored, or we'll just talk amongst ourselves, which I'm sure would also be boring.
Thick and fast. Sounds good.
Nerdy is here. How's the weather? Google treating you well this week? How's the weather in your area, Chris?
Well, actual weather is quite chilly. It's very cold here. I think it went down to 31 last night, which is cold, below freezing. And during the day, it's quite chilly. So I haven't been outside in a little bit. I mean, look at me. Does it look like I can go outside much? You know, the only sun I get is from that light right there and this light over here. That's about it.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, it's cold. How's the UK treating you?
The UK is very, very cold. And yeah, it's not fun. Not fun. But Holly is here as well.
Wow.
Sorry I missed Monday. I had a sick one here through the morning and afternoon. How much am I down? About 4.5 stone. And Holly has lost 10 pounds this month. I told you, Holly, this is fucking magical stuff.
Magical stuff? What? Tell me about this magical.
So the medication that I get put on for diabetes and stuff, you get a weight loss injection as well, because if you lose weight, you can reverse your diabetes. But other people, can take the medication as well. And Holly, I think Holly is borderline diabetic, so she get put in the same medication, and she's doing well with it. Obviously,
awesome.
10 pounds. In a month, so it works a fucking treat, man. The medication, so yes.
I was having visions in my mind. I was thinking and you know how they have a swimsuit edition? I could see me and you and Holly, Randy. We could have an SEO swimsuit edition.
Give me another 6 months, dude, and
he's I don't know.
I might be very well up to that. Dude, I'll be taking my top off at any opportunity, man, once I get rid of a bit more. So
that's fun.
Yeah.
Dude, you think we could that would be hysterical. You think we could flip calendars with the boys in it with our freaking nips out? That would be hysterical.
I'm sure it would get sales, but I'm not sure
it would be funny.
If it would be
more
sympathy sales or people laughing at his sales, but
that would get a buzz though. That would be hysterical. Anyway, sorry.
Tommy, good to see you, mate.
Nice photo.
And Holly saying swimsuit, dude. How much have you drank today? We don't see Holly in swimsuits.
No,
you never know. And
Andres
has to be in it. There's probably a fair few guys that I would want to see in it. Guys that are in our masterminds and stuff. There's a few characters in there that I wouldn't mind seeing in that calendar.
Fun. An SEO calendar. That's good. I should run that up to Kazra. I noticed he had he's running like the merch. That could be right up his alley.
Yeah.
Like the shirts and stuff. I saw that.
Yeah, he does. I think the merch is always good. I think if you say some funny or interesting things in the t-shirts, people will buy it. So why the hell not?
Yeah, that's fun.
Uh,
Why not?
yeah. So Holly has a question. She's moving into OnlyFans pretty heavily, but
Nice.
I can't find a good affiliate. Do you know of any good OnlyFans affiliate programs? Crack Rev is only accepting based on certain traffic. Do you know any OnlyFans affiliate stuff?
No, isn't that the one that has like the whale fin? Crack Rev? It's like a big whale fin. It's like green logo. Isn't that the one?
Let me check. Yes.
Okay, that's the only one I know of. So nah, that's like I would check out like a Foxy List or some type of provider like that, but I don't know. That's not my wheel well.
I have been to a fair few adult conferences, and I can't fucking think off the top of my head of people. There is a bunch of them desperate on paying for certain traffic, but yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. But if I do remember, Holly, I will DM you.
I would think like one of them lists though, like you could get the traffic over there. I don't know. I don't know how you would negotiate that deal, but I could see that you're pumping traffic from there to the list.
Fans Rev. God. Yeah. But nah, I couldn't say off the top of my head. If anyone in the audience does know any OnlyFans specialist there, I'm sure there has got to be someone, then let Holly know she is interested, and you can connect with the models and do a split with the model directly, but it's too much of a hassle. Yeah, it's hard to scale the shit out of that. And how would you ever know? How would that be tracked? So yeah, it's a lot of hassle.
Yeah, if you had the model, that would be, let's throw that baby up on Leo list.
Tommy's saying the calendar could be ideal to buy for people at Christmas, for people that you don't like. So that's
that I don't like. No, I can see Diggity like this, like sassy, like with the dude. I bent over, I knocked, or anybody like taking like cool poses with like fun backgrounds.
Jeez,
hysterical. I think that thing would move. It doesn't even have to be, you don't have to be in a swimsuit. I think it would just be funny with fun poses with fun backgrounds. How's that look? Does that look good? Oh man, professional man. There we go. Ta-da!
A wrinkly background. I'm not sure, but hey,
isn't that an interesting looking background though? Catches the eye, doesn't it?
It's different. It's different, but
it's different. That's what I was going for.
But not my cup of tea. But hey, what taste have I got? I'm not known for having taste, so I can't say too much. Look at my background. Fucking, it's a riot.
Question about this. I noticed that some people that I know will have this unique gear, right? It's very expensive gear. I know a guy had LV, like a sweater.
Yeah.
Would wearing that in a video be part of your job?
Part of your job?
Yeah, like because you need to have gear for work.
Yeah.
Could that potentially be an outfit for broadcasting? Can I write that off?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I think someone might chin you for it, saying, "Why the hell did you need that particular type of one?" But
who's to say? I needed that. It's part of the brand.
The Palmer LV collaboration.
Like I had to have a Gucci belt. It was necessary for the video. No, but could that potentially? Do you think that could work?
I think you would flag up an investigation.
Yeah, accountant already hates me. She's like, Chris, what's this and this and this and this? Moving on.
I wouldn't. But the questions are really fucking slow again. Guys, let us know what you want to talk about, anything you want to discuss. Put it in the chat. We're here to give our opinion on whatever it is you would like to talk about. But nah, Chris, I think putting that through would be just seen as a piss take. I think you are going to have someone come back. Why does it need to be designer and all that? And you could argue all day long it's your brand, but
it's a hard pitch. Yeah. That's a hard ball. No, I was just contemplating myself. Like I see, not necessarily in our space, but I notice they're selling the sizzle as opposed to the steak.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that I see that a lot, and I was thinking to myself, like, I wonder if that's a business expense. You know,
you could argue it's a grey area, I guess.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept.
Yeah,
you know, well, like when I had no problem, like let's say I went to a conference, and like they have suits, and like yeah, I could have got X suit, but I chose to get an Armani suit, and I wrote that off.
Yeah.
Right? It was comfortable. I enjoyed it. And that wasn't an issue. But I guess if I was dinging it real crazy. Yeah.
But Holly has an interesting question. Do you like briefs or boxers?
Boxer briefs. I like the what's that word? Support. But I like the comfortableness of a boxer. So I like them together, a boxer brief.
Yeah.
You know.
Holly is also asking.
Interesting chat today.
Nice. Have you get into Reddit yet? Like on a mass account posting scale?
No. I've digressed from that. I did have somebody that was running amok in there quite significantly. Not on a mass scale. It becomes quite difficult. We've shifted gears to Yelp.
Yep. Fair enough.
So, but I think Reddit is their run. I'm noticing that they're falling out of some of the like best car accident lawyer Houston. We'll just use that for instance. But those types of SERPs they're starting to fall out of.
Yeah.
So I think the opportunity run, it's still there for tarnishing names in the SEO space. But other than that, like for clients, I don't see as much value as I did 6 months ago. But that's me. I'm only one guy.
Yeah. Or maybe you're not doing it right. That could be it. Maybe you're not going hard enough. That's the problem. Obviously, Holly's mentioned mass account and posting scale. Holly doesn't do things by half, so maybe hitting it with sheer volume might be the answer. But I think that is the incorrect thinking for Reddit, says Holly.
See, maybe you're not doing it right, Chris.
Maybe you're not, but Holly, a couple of guys in my mastermind were asking, can you get Holly to come in and tell us more about Reddit? And one of them did say they're seeing something kind of dropping off. And they were just curious to see if you felt the same. But obviously, going by what you're saying, it's how you approach it. Blah 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 blah. I'm assuming you're not seeing too much of a negative dip. Otherwise, you wouldn't be continuing to do it in such a massive scale. So, I will DM you, Holly, though, and see if you're interested in coming in and talking a little bit about it. In the mastermind, the guys have said, see if she'll do it. But I can only ask. But they did a massive banning.
That was another piece. They wiped out. I had like groups set up with the links, but I had a couple of groups that got whacked. And that hurt my heart.
Yeah.
So I'd be curious to see what you have cooking.
Yeah. Holly's always get something cooking. But I think she's saying that's why you might see some kind of drop off. So They updated their bots, and it's a different game than it was a few months ago. So, fair enough. I also believe that Holly's got a training course on it as well. Someone else was talking about that. So, if you're out of touch, maybe check out Holly's training on it.
Were you gents on? Were you here on Monday?
Yeah. Oh no, Randy and I.
Yeah.
Holly wasn't there, but
was it popping or no?
It was all right. Yeah. I don't know why it's not popping. Holly is the only one with the questions. Is there anyone out there listening? Let us know, because the questions are non-existent.
Far and few.
Yeah.
On this fine day.
Normally you get a whole heap of them. A whole heap of them. Ursula is here. Is the time changed? Is the time zone changed, or is that next week?
Not that I know of. Not here. Like it's 12 o'clock here.
Yeah,
I'm looking to see where are you here? I don't see anything here. Let me see here. Craig Campbell. What is going on here today? Huh. Yeah, why does it seem so slow lately?
Yeah, I don't know. Bizarre. But
bizarre.
Guys, if you are easywigging, we need questions, so please put them in the chat. But Ursul is asking, what's the plan for 2025 in terms of goals and looking back in this year? Has it gone to plan? Is it too early for that question? Chris, how's your
I was curious about yourself, actually. I mean, I'll gladly give up the tapes, but as you were reading, I was wondering to myself, Craig, I wonder how it's going.
For me, I mean, I've not had any real business goals. I have probably consolidated some of my or got rid of some of my businesses last year, and you know, trying to not do as many projects and sort my health out this year was obviously something, because very early in the year I got diabetes and stuff like that. So I wanted to obviously focus more on losing weight and trying to sort that side of things out, and just get rid of any kind of businesses that weren't making me any money, which I've also done. And just everything seems to be running along smoothly, but I've not had any kind of crazy like new things out there or anything like that. So yeah, it's been a kind of weird year for me, just obviously with the health thing that takes priority. Didn't do as much conferences as I normally do, because again, I wanted to take some time out and sort the health out. But we'll see what happens in 2025. There's lots of opportunities out there, and opportunities that come up all of the time. And I've not been able to take a lot of those opportunities for one reason or another. But maybe in 2025, it will be time to hit the ground and try and grow again, rather than just sort my health out and make sure that everything I've got is actually working. So hopefully there's a growth spurt in 2025. That would be the plan for me. But Chris, what about you?
I guess micro, macro. Other than the testing, so as far as business is concerned, I wanted to prove to ourselves that we could develop a team and launch white label successfully. I proved the model out, and I want to launch that as a separate brand away from Chris Palmer, even though I guess I'm the spokesman. So I was able to prove to myself that the white label was a workable model, and we could manage a team and grow a team, which I was able to successfully do, thank goodness. Aside from that, as far as the future holds, I want to still offer white label, but also more of a done for you monthly too. So both. I wanted to launch a SaaS product that was tested and I could launch and put on a lot of people. I wanted to launch with 5 separate tools, which I should reach my goal by the end of the year. I gave myself a year. I actually gave myself 8 months. So I should have that by the end of the year. successfully proved out the service-based business, like, recurring white label. We'll do the monthly in the future. I wanted to expand on Mastermind, like the training side or the educational side. So, of course, that's a slow grind. I don't really promote, but that's been growing. I also wanted to launch and scale without direct promotion from Chris Palmer SEO, the proxy business.
Mhm.
We were able to sell out 100 routers. And that was just from Google advertising, YouTube shorts, without any direct promotion from Chris Palmer SEO. So I was proud of myself on that. So scaled out the proxy network, built a SaaS tool, and proved to myself the white label side. So now that I the skill set of doing service and performing the actual task is one thing. The management of people and teams and developing teams was a whole nother skill set that was totally foreign to me. And now that hey, I'm not perfect, but I think I have a firm grasp on team building now. So I want to take the skill set that I learned under my name, even though I wish I didn't launch under my name, because that's lessons, right? So what I want to do is I want to go brand, and the brand will be Yellow Hat SEO. Yellow and black hat makes green. But in any case, I want to launch that as a brand. We'll do monthly done for you, keep scaling out the mobile proxies. This year, we're definitely going to hold a conference, keep going with the proxies, and launch the SaaS. Another year or two from down here, I'm hoping to get some type of recurring revenue on the SaaS product and the proxy network to have an exit or a vacation. That's the goal on those two products.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my goal. That's my plan. And that's what I want to do.
Well, fingers crossed you get to it.
Thank you. That was fun to share. The only person that knows those plans and that particular layout is little Chris. And now you guys know. Thank you.
Holly's saying, have you guys found an erotic chat GPT that works decent?
Dude, it's funny that you say this. I haven't found one that works decent, but I do like to. Did you ever try chatting with like Gemini? Like it's fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not decent though.
No.
But no, I haven't found one that's just geared towards that.
Nah, neither have I.
But I do torture Gemini.
I would dread to fucking think what was being said to Gemini. But
and the one time I had up, like I was like goofing off, and like I was like, oh man, I'm gonna go live now. I'm bored. Like I was goofing. Yeah, I had to get rid of that. I have a lot of questions.
But Nerdy's asking, can you rank a one-page website for a local service, 350k population using schema only, maybe in the construction niche? Do you think that's possible?
One-page website for a local service. Well, you didn't say the service, so the answer is yes. Yep. Like needle nose plier lawn care service, I could probably go rank no problem. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It depends on what the service is. Now, if you came to me and said this and said, hey, I want to rank for truck accident lawyer in Indianapolis, it's probably about 350, 400,000. I think you might have a little bit of struggle there with just schema.
Yeah.
Like true schema though. It can't be RDF. It has to be straight JSON LD. I think you'll struggle. No other factors. I think it'll be a struggle.
Yeah, it's all down to competition. Glasgow is asking, what trends do you see for future markets? Are you seeing any kind of trends or anything that's up and coming that you might be interested in?
I think there's going to be a resurgence of, to me, everything keeps gearing towards entity based. So more image, more audio, more video. video is definitely going to keep having a run, but I keep notice. I think audio, like, you know how podcast, it felt like 2 years ago it blew. I think there's going to be another resurgence of audio.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, but yeah, maybe that's not what you're asking, but that's I think there's going to be another play coming up soon.
Yeah. I'm not sure what I see just now. My mind changes every day, but I think audio, video, and everything is going to be the big thing going forward. A lot of people have already dived into it, but I think that's only really going to evolve, and I'm going to be doubling down on all that stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah, like look at I think the last time they shared sales was 2020, but did you see how rapidly audiobooks were performing versus not that it surpassed it, but it's rapidly growing audiobook. So I think, yeah, written form is out of here.
Yeah. For sure. No one wants to do it anyway, so
that looks cool.
Yeah. But Holly is also in agreement. Losing health or health and losing weight is her focus for the next 6 months. Don't have any trips planned. Need to be here for the coaches and shots. Yeah, you've just got to get yourself on the right track. In my opinion, I took out time from end of February right up until I think I'd done one conference in May, which was in the UK, and that was me until July. So I did take several months out just to sort things out. And Ursul says it sounds like a lot of cleaning house. Sometimes you need to take a step back to take a step forward. Absolutely. I think most SEOs will be able to resonate. Ursul, I just had my finger in way too many pies, and some of those pies that I had my fingers in were not performing that well just because of the lack of time, effort, and everything else that was being put into them. So I had to make decisions on which of the businesses had the ability to grow and scale, and which of them were just actually going to derail me from being able to do that stuff. So yeah, cleaning house and taking stock for a year, and hopefully have sorted everything out and can hit the ground running for next year. But Sophie Brannan has mentioned search engine land, which if you've read Twitter or your Facebook feed today, you'll see that SEMrush have acquired search engine land. So they have bought again another well-known website in the industry.
What'd that go for?
I don't know. I don't know if the fees have been thrown around. I just seen people going, why the fuck are SEMrush buying up everything? But why not? You know, if there's traffic on that, and yeah, it's why not? But yeah, they seem to be investing heavily in a lot of that stuff, and they bought Backlinko and stuff, and search engine lands next. So maybe one day they'll buy Craig Campbell SEO. You never know. You never know. But going back to what you mentioned, Chris, you know, setting up a personal brand isn't a sellable asset. So, you know, you should have called yourself something like Yellow Hat SEO or Search Engine Land or some fucking thing that doesn't have your fucking coupon all over it.
I know. Man.
It's annoying, but
lessons.
Yeah. That's why I always say to people, be very, very careful.
And two, when you're, you know, like I just wanted to add, I just wanted 10 more clients. You know? Mm-hmm. Now I'm like, how do I get 1,000 clients?
buy up search engine land, mate.
Well, and two, SEMrush, they're a power play. Like they're just eating up. Even like Forbes ran in front of them, but now they're in every SERP there is. You're looking for digital marketing or marketing service, you're going to see SEMrushes right in there. Forbes will be running underneath them, but SEMrush is just running. They're just going to gobble all that up, I assume. Like they're even starting to feed into the little tiny markets too. They're even in neighborhoods now. You're looking for an SEO, digital marketing, website, anything. They're there. It's a good time. So what I'm saying is get your, if you're an agency, get your $500 out and run over there and get listed. Because they're taking over. I know Yellow Hat SEO is going to be on there.
So Ursol's also saying, you used to say Jonesy was right for having Rank Fortress, but now he's binned that off in favor of a personal brand. I mean, there are pros and cons to both. Obviously, the con being, no one's ever going to buy William Jones or Chris Palmer or Craig Campbell. They're just not, but do people buy into a personal brand? Can you make sales? Can you make money? Absolutely. There's a lot of positives to it where people buy into people, if you like. So it would be pretty unfair to say it's not the right way to go. But, if there is an exit strategy in mind, which is probably the ultimate goal for anyone that starts a business.
Brian Dean, but there's a difference. Like Brian Dean Backlinko, they were attached. What did that go for? 3 M's, 2 M's?
Something like that.
There's a difference between 2 M's and 30 M's.
Yeah. And
I think that personal, you just can't. I think there's a difference. Like we're not Tony Robbins, So I think it's just a much better asset for long term. Plus, like you can't hand off your name. It's hard.
Yeah.
And then what's your goal? Like, I think as a person, like he probably could do really, really well for himself. Yeah. 1-2 mil a year. But if you want to build a company, that's tough, in my opinion. But again, just one guy. What do I know?
Yeah. Holly's goal for next year is to go full on the OnlyFans agency. There's so much money in OnlyFans right now. Go where the money is. Solid advice. Follow the money.
Follow the dollar.
Yeah. Mr. Ahmed Ishak, which thing do you think is the best practice for a master in SEO on a daily basis? Which thing? Continuing to learn would be one.
I find myself, what I notice as you advance in SEO, when I talk to the super advanced guys and I'll look at their asset, when they start to slip, what they fail to go back to is the fundamentals. So I think as a master, you're continuously reiterating to yourself and practicing the basics, because the foundation is the foundation, and being a master is a master of the foundation. So I think that's where I would go for SEO specifically.
Yeah. But again, I think with that, it's a very, very open-ended question. What is best practice? Would it be cranking out a YouTube video where that might be one SEO's answer? Is it cranking out content? Is it technical? Blah, 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 blah. There's too many moving parts to sit there and say one specifically. You just got to be consistent.
That's the answer, Craig.
Yeah.
Consistency.
With anything, whether it's cranking out videos, whether it's cranking out content, backlinks, whatever, audits, crank them out, be consistent. But Holly's asking, what do you think of Notebook LM pros and cons, Chris?
Is that Google's thing they got cooking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played around with that. I think there's opportunities there. Pros, a good place to buffer traffic through. Nobody's really looking. Google's putting a lot of emphasis there. It shows up in search. You can put whatever you want there, and it's getting seen. It's getting crawled. You can run traffic through there. I think there's lots of opportunities there, potentially. But I don't know what they're doing with it. It's just kind of sitting dormant. Because I noticed they keep changing the pushback date. Like it seems like there's about to be something, but it went from July to August to September to next year to like, what are you guys doing with this thing here? So I played around with it. I think I caught that 4 months ago. I started goofing off with that. Kind of neat. It's a neat little thing.
Any cons to it, Chris?
Well, I'm a super optimistic. I never, if there is, I would probably overlook them. You know?
There we go. Wakar. Hi.
Hello to you. Good to
Ryan.
see you. Is his name Wacker?
Wacker.
How was it? Wakwar. You do well with the foreign names, dude. I'm like, I don't want to butcher your name.
Yeah. No, it's sometimes you can
sound it out, kinda. I do bad.
Yeah, it doesn't go well, man. But Ryan Sheen, thoughts on Search GPT seems to give better results and lots of citations.
Said nobody. No, yeah, it's great for Google. Right? Maybe you're talking about another product. However, when it answers my query, that's awesome. But horrible for that guy that's ranking number 1. You know, so that I just see like Google's just taking more and more, like they're just toll boothing.
Yeah.
I just like it immensely, that AI. Like I get my answer right there and there's no click derived. They push down my freaking maps. The videos are out of there now. Previously where SERPs had video result, those are gone. Like it's painful. It hurts my heart. That's what I think. I hate getting robbed of stuff that you've, because SEO or what we're doing, like it's always long game, always. Yeah. So like I'm laying groundwork to not flourish on my bricks that I'm laying today for months from now. So I hate when it gets ripped out from under me, and then you go and look and it's being siphoned. Like I don't need any more coins. I need those coins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Google, you don't need more traffic, Google. Jeez.
Not.
But that's my thoughts. What do you think, Craig?
I would kind of agree. You know, do Google need more traffic and all of that kind of stuff? But, you know, I think, you know, it seems to give better results and lots of citations. One thing that I did like that came out months ago was Perplexity. And I liked the fact that it showed me the citations because it gives you a better understanding as to where Google's picking that information from. So if you do want to feed information into the system, if you like, then it gives you a much better idea as to what you need to put out there and where you need to put it. And I think that's something we do need to consider going forward. You know, Chris obviously talks about, you know, you put stuff out and Google are basically fucking siphoning your content and bringing traffic to themselves and not giving any to us. But equally, is that something that's manipulatable to then drive traffic back to us? So that I would always argue that side of it as well. You need to think, right, yeah, it's a tug of war, if you like, and Google are taking good content from people and you know, chucking up their results. And how do you get your results into the top? Because if someone Googles that result and it says, you know, go and see Chris Palmer, that is what you need to now. That's the game now, and that in turn should hopefully work in your favor. So I just think you have to think of the long game. How's this going to pan out? And yeah, it does seem like Google are taking all the time, but I'm pretty sure we always find a way for somehow to make that somehow work in our favor. That's all I'll say.
Well, and that's probably why I'm pouting, Craig, because let's say, for instance, that we have found the way, and it just so happens that the way costs a lot more than it used to, and that sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Nerdy says BlackRock.
Bandadas. Kings.
Ursol says it will be funny when they delete all the references about Ahrefs from historical articles like they did with Backlinko. Scumrush.
Ursol, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to be banned. Those are my guys.
Chris is a loyal man. Ogilvy was a personal brand. Look where that is now. And Leo Burnett is another one. So yeah, it can work with certain people, absolutely. You mentioned Tony Robbins and stuff like that, but yeah, I think for little SEO guys, I don't know if it's quite the same.
Yeah, I don't know. And two, I think, yeah, little SEO guys.
Yeah. And Business Growth Ready is asking, does that mean I need to shave my legs to get on OnlyFans? They might have a hairy ass leg fetish. I don't know. Someone will have that. Everyone did. But Holly's saying foundations changed based on Google's bullshit law.
Facts.
So learning, like Craig said, should be a priority. That was obviously for the guy. I think always be learning, and don't think you know all. You know, there's always weaknesses in my knowledge, Chris's knowledge, Holly's knowledge, anyone else's knowledge. There's always something you can improve on. Like, for example, Reddit. You know, there's a lot of traffic to be had there, but like we are either too lazy or too fucking dumb to make it work for us. Certainly, I'm the lazy one. Maybe Chris is not doing it right, but but there's always something new to learn, and the reality is you should be always learning. But Professor E. Singles, a friend said that it's better to send paid guest post backlinks to your info pages rather than commercial pages, less spammy in the eyes of Google, and then internally linking out. What's your thoughts on this? What do you think of that, Chris?
Well, there's many different types of guest posts. There's all different flavors and price points. So with that being said, let's just say that you're on the upper echelon. Looking at your name, I assume you're in a competitive niche. So that means you're probably paying quite a hefty premium. If I'm paying a hefty premium for a high quality product, I don't want to send it to a page that I actually don't want to rank. I want to send it to the page that I'm looking to influence. So it can be good to build to supporting, but I'm not going to build my highest quality stuff to supporting. So that's my opinion on that. I think you need to diverse your link profile, but my best links are going to go to what I want to rank. And obviously I want to build it to the supporting too, but I'm not going to be throwing $400 links at my supporting content when I want to rank this, you know?
Yeah.
I build $50 links over there.
But I think a link is a link is a link. You know, someone, I mean, obviously there's more powerful, less spammed to death links and so on and so forth. But I think someone that said that's making themselves sound more clever than they actually are, in all honesty. But Holly Stark says, Notebook LM cons are huge. 9-minute podcast about frickin' socks. There is no ability to change the time limit and no way to use other voices. You can pinch out someone right quick with those voices. Yeah. it's that woman and that guy, right? It's just the same voices. But surely to God, as that progresses, they're going to have to change that. There's got to be multiple other characters on there. Has to be, I would imagine, but you never know. But yeah, pinch out someone right quick with those voices, a bit like my own. Sir Klopp, I'm ranking in the top 5 on Google for my site and Glasgow plumbing, but when I search for plumbing using a Glasgow IP address, my site doesn't appear in the top 40. Why is this happening? So I'm ranking the top 5. But
because you're not the authority.
Is it personalized search you're seeing? Did you do it from incognito? Let me just Glasgow.
Yeah, I'll search from the USA. Glasgow plumbing, huh?
I won't read out your domain, but
oh, and I'm looking. I'm like, what? I was about to say, what's the website? I'm gonna assume that you're the big G. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you want to share. I don't know if you want to share, but even if you DM me somewhere in Facebook or whatever, I can tell you what I'm seeing. Because what happens is if you look at stuff on your own computer, you start to, and you're regularly clicking your own website, you can see kind of personalized search results rather than the actual search results. So you might not actually rank on the top 5 for your site. And obviously, it's really important that for people in Glasgow with a Glasgow IP address, you are in that top 5. If you're not in the top 40, there's still work to be done.
Big time.
Sorry, the sexy is here, says Ryan Durrani.
Finally.
By the way, Chris, before I forget, Ryan Durrani has sent you a DM on Facebook or whatever. He wants to talk to you about something. But
okay.
Yeah, I know you don't read your DM, so I promised I would give you a nudge. So,
but it you know, I always answer yours, Craig.
Wow. I wasn't going to say that out loud, but
I just did. Man, I'll definitely. I have you up right here, so we shall chat.
Yeah. You can change the source for Notebook LM and control the timing there. But if you're going to do that, then there's no reason to use Notebook. Just get ChatGPT to write your script in that case. Ursol has a very good question. What's an OnlyFans agency? Sounds a bit pimpy to me. Pimp Holly. And,
yeah, but legally, I think it's brilliant.
Yeah,
a good idea.
High traffic, help people make a lot of money. Then
I mean, yeah. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. And Ryan Durrani says, seems like favoritism to me. Maybe not. Maybe he thinks you try to sell him something, Ryan.
But I do get a lot of highs. Hello, sir. Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. I'm not buying, I'm selling.
Exactly. Holly states, Chris is the #1, the hardest SEO to get a hold of. So I have probably said this several times publicly, but I actually do have people, like, I don't know, just regular people who would buy from Chris who somehow come to me to chase him up and see if he'll answer. And I'm like, dude, if you bought from him, like, I'm not giving you his fucking phone number. Like,
they want the phone.
I don't know what they want. Like,
I was wondering why all these UK guys were calling me.
I'm just like, I'm not giving up his details. Like, you need to
8 to 12 live chat. It's a small window. Live chat. I had to take it over myself. 8 to 12, go right to the site. That's me answering. So
R.I.P.
I nipped that in the booty finally. I tried other people. It just doesn't work out. I don't know why. Maybe it's the people I find. I don't know.
Holly has to schedule a call to get a hold of him.
8 to 12, Monday through Friday. ChrisMulmer.org.
Is that you answering? Says Holly.
Yes.
Chris, it's not. Come on, man. You've got your brother on that or something.
It is now. No. He doesn't like that. And those are when I'm running ads to a page, though, I want to make sure I get everybody. So I just 8 to 12, Monday through Friday.
And do you find that is the live chat busy?
What do you mean by busy?
Like
do I get a lot of
people trying to talk?
Well, I get a lot of people that try to talk, but it's service-based questions. Like, this isn't a strategy call. I do have an option for strategy calls. So it just depends. Why? What do you guys? It's after 12, so now's not the time.
Holly says she's going to hit that with a ton of traffic now that she knows you're on.
Thanks, Holly.
Make you sweat, Holly.
It'll be like ding, 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 ding.
No, it's not 8 till 12. And Holly's new course, OnlyFans Uncovered.
Nice.
And
Uncovered.
Ahmed Ishak, I received your email. It's pretty good, but for a while there's nothing in my inbox. Would you like to send your valuable tips through emails? Is that for me or for Chris? I don't know. I don't send emails like all the time. I just don't want to annoy people. Sending tips all of the time's probably not my thing. If I've got something I feel that people have to know about or whatever, then I'll mark it to them. But
yeah, but I had this debate internally. They signed up.
Yeah, but do you want to see fucking
once a week? Is that too much?
Yeah, once a week. No, some people are sending fucking 2 a day, Chris.
Oh yeah, no, that's outrageous.
You're going to run out of things to say. I mean, 1 a week, a couple of 2, 3 times a month, whatever works. But yeah, I would probably. You're probably right. I should do more frequently, but yeah, maybe something.
That was a whole nother. That was part of my this year plan. Like, okay, take care of the emails.
Yeah.
Build the pro. Oh, I forgot to mention the 2,600 sites we built. Oh yeah, we did that too. That was fun. Not.
Always saying babe models, and then she goes on to say, "Be like yo, Chris. Is this picture okay for OnlyFans?" I don't know what picture she's referring to.
No, like in the chat, like, hey, is this picture?
But goodness. Maybe Ahmed Ishak, maybe you do have a very valid point, and something I probably should consider to do a little bit more of without annoying people. That's the big thing, Chris. It's just not to bug the life out of people. Because I get it myself, and I'm just like, I'm unsubscribing straight away from whoever just continually fucking.
Well, especially if it's always an ask. Like I like, well, I signed up for Neil. Neil sends one every other day.
Yeah.
I signed up for Brian Dean. He was sending 2 a month. Like I saw what they were doing. Thrive Marketing, they send one every other week. I went out and saw what everybody was doing. I think, 1 a week. But it's those ones where they're always asking, or it's a straight pitch. I like a give, ask, give, ask. That's my formula.
Yeah, I think you've got to get the balance right in terms of offering up information and just selling all of the time.
Yep.
So yeah, but I'm going to flood him next week and see if he comes back and says, "Yeah, it's me." You've asked for that one, Chris. Definitely ask for that one. But any last minute questions, guys? We still have a little bit of time left. If you do have any last minute questions, we will do our best to answer them quickly. Don't come in when we're finished with all the questions. Try and do it while we do have time. They always pile in right after you close the session off. Randy is here as well.
Randy,
God's sake, Randy!
you sponsored this show.
Yeah,
You gotta be here, man.
Yeah. Holly's asking, do you promote much on Twitter, Chris?
Only one time. They gave up, I think it was $500, and they gave me $1,000 on top. So only that when they were running that promotion, like when I forget how many months back it was. Only one time, because they were giving up a G if you spend $5, and I was like, oh, that seems like a fair deal.
Yeah. Why not? And Holly is saying, going to miss you this weekend, Dark AI baby. So Dark AI is on this weekend. Is anyone else in the chat going to it? Are you going to it, Chris?
What is it?
Dark AI. I think it's Holly's event. I might be wrong in saying that, but I've got a feeling it's Holly's.
I don't like ventured to too many, unless it's in a faraway land.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything until January.
Yeah, I get confirmation of the January one today as well. They sorted all their stuff out, so
that'll be fun, I think. I want to ride in one of those little buggies. Like, you know how in the Philippines they have the I forget what they're called, but it's kind of like a little motorcycle with a buggy on the back.
Yeah.
I want to get in one of those like little. They have a different type of buggy in India, and I can't wait to ride one.
All I would really say, Chris, is in India, the volume of people is tenfold compared to where these are. It could be fucking dangerous going in one of them buggies. The drivers over there are fucking insane. That where I was in India, it was certainly like that. It might be different where this event is, but
how about the dudes in Dubai? When you hire up a Grab or what's it called? I forget what it's called, but those dudes fly.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness! But I'm like looking at, I'm like, geez, this dude's doing a buck. Like what the heck? It's wild. Driving right in the middle. It's flying.
It's madness.
Terrifying.
It's madness. Holly's saying you couldn't pay her enough to go over. And Dark AI is a workshop style, not an event as such. But I hope it all goes well, Holly. And
I kind of like that setting. Something more, not what's the word I'm looking for? Like not event style, but more of a mastermind style.
Yeah.
I like that. Like still have it somewhere nice and catered. Definitely catered.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple beverages for the boys. That would be nice. Something intimate. 50 people, 60 people, delicious meal like a steak or something with cocktail hour or two. I like that. That sounds good. All right. Sign me up.
Ursul has a question. What's your favorite helpful content update theories? Caroline Holzman is supposed to have good stuff on it, but not Reddit. It's premium content. But what's your helpful content update theories?
I've thought little about this. However, I like Carolyn. I like her stuff. I think she spends some time thinking about these things. I mean, if she spent ultra amounts of time on it, I think I would just go listen to what she has to say.
Yeah. But for me, in terms of theories and everything else, we've obviously seen a lot of the affiliate, which were content-heavy websites, get smashed. And for me, over the years, obviously content is really important, but engagement signals are really important. So for me, I see a lot of these affiliate websites where, you know, they've obviously got an Amazon affiliate link on or whatever, and people are clicking the website and bouncing straight back off of it, which is giving a negative signal to Google. But there's no branded search for these things. There's no EAT being built around these affiliate websites. Would I even call it helpful content update, or would I call it shit website build update? You know, is the real thing. And you know, I am a big believer of the fact that, you know, you have to build real websites with the, you know, the EAT stuff, Google trust signals, traffic, branded traffic, all of that kind of stuff we all know works. And a lot of those websites that have been hit by helpful content updates, that have actually implemented that into their overall strategy, have actually seen recovery from helpful content updates. So that's my theory on it. You know, is it just helpful content, or was it a combination of some of the other stuff? I do firmly believe it's a combination of a lot of the other stuff as well.
Plus the depth of concept.
Yeah.
Usually those sites only get traffic to 1 or 2 pages.
Yeah. So
yep, no time on site, no session time. Yes.
It's
yeah.
And what about if I write your welcome sequence emails, complete guidance, or drive more action?
Are you pitching us? Is this what is the name of the show today? SEO Questions and Answers with Craig and Chris.
Yeah.
Doesn't say. No, I'm just busting you, man.
I've actually got people who do that, Ahmed. Unfortunately, it's not probably something I would outsource. Yes, I do need to do it more, but it's not something I would really probably want to give out to someone. So,
anyone.
Yeah.
Like, the thing that I've been working on for the last decade, here you are, sir. No, you know, like this list of, no way. That's a coveted position, you know.
Yeah. One final question before we wrap up. Chris, do you know how to get a Reddit thread removed? Like, how many times do you have to report a thread for spam?
I don't know, but I had all my groups, not all of them. I don't know that answer. I'm sorry.
I can't help you either, Holly.
Sorry.
I am not a Reddit specialist.
What I do know, though, is mass putting up posts through IFTTT or anything like that, that's a no-go. Postly, any of those, they were getting cracked. That I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt. It's not 100. Okay, that's fair.
Fair enough. But we are out of time. We got there in the end, Chris. It went fairly fast after a real slow start. So people are still there. They just need coaxed out the box. But before we do go, please do check out the news guy. The link is below.
Yes, is the answer.
Also, does it kill the subreddit? Mass posted. Chris is saying yes.
I got it.
And no problem. Ahmed Ishak. And also check out Chris Palmer.org as well.
And I'm sorry to cut you. Don't forget Randy. I'm sorry, Randy, man.
But yeah, we'll see you at the same time next week, everyone. Bye-bye.
See. Oh, he's got something to do. We're out of here. See you later.